prayer. Our Father, our God, we thank you for this opportunity to gather here. We seek your help to strengthen this club and facilitate the input of our communication and leadership skills. As we leave this place, watch us and also as well as our family. We also express our gratitude for another year of our fellow member, Toastmasters Fidel. Keep him safe, keep him healthy, and be remain during us as ever. All this we ask in your name. We now recite our Toastmasters motto: for better listening, for better thinking, for better speaking, we learn by doing. Hello, Toastmasters. Good evening again. And our new member. Tonight, our presiding officer is a very popular person here in Dagupan. But to us, he is always the chief logistic officer when it comes to food. Chief provider. Person who a very friendly and jolly person. Please help me welcome our president, Toastmaster Captain.
Such an nakakabuting introduction. Very nice stuff. And I'd like to call you now to start formally speaking. We're going to start our meeting and then so I call Chair. Lloyd.
It's the Toastmaster.
It's the Toastmaster. Choir is not the period. Yeah. Should we go?
If you go start with the
Start the call here. So, who will call the rest? Okay, nice.
Let's walk.
That's so nice.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Before we go to the meat of the officers training, I would like to give you what we discussed, what the district director Dulce discussed prior to the meat of the officers training. So these are the following goals for District 75. Prior to the goals, we have this theme for the Toastmaster year 2016-2017. Just succeed with significance. Last year, it was Toastmaster. What was last year?
Change the world.
Change the world, which Dagupan started changing and became the first perfect 10 presidential Toastmasters. So it's succeed with significance. We hope to end our term successfully and significantly. This is the district mission. We're building new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. This data was as of June 29. So those are the days. You can find this if you open the www.toastmasters.org and click on the dashboard. So all of you have access to this. You can check the figures. As of June 30, the distinguished clubs, we ended at 93. So we fall short of just one to be President's Distinguished District. So where are we going? The district started at 166. Your club started at 22. So you'll finish supposedly 27. Thank you, Councilman. 27 for President Kathy.
And Toastmasters is our
Okay. So these are the district goals. We focus on the member satisfaction. Then expand the membership, build at least, well, that's for the district, 36 new clubs. We strengthen existing clubs. For the information of Metro Dagupan Toastmasters, you are a great example to the district.
Wow.
You have been mentioned time and again every time we have a club officers training, not just with Division G, but in the entire District 75. Because they watched you for the last 2 years and then you suddenly soar highlight achievement. So you are a great example of that. Emphasize distinguished club program, provide appropriate training programs, ensure compliance. We're re-echoing all club officers training for clubs that weren't able to complete, attendance were not complete during the first round. We are given until the 31st of August. But I would like to finish that prior to August 31st since our competition will be on August 27th. So I would expect the Dagupan Toastmasters Club to send 4 contestants to each category, 2 for humorous, 2 for evaluation. So we have, the last time I attended the competition, I saw Sam compete in the humorous section. So probably next time, this time it will be, I will hear choir and Sam go head to head for humorous or Rice or any other guys for evaluation. These are the strategies which we are doing. Marketing campaigns or the publicity, just like putting out your art. Demo meetings, which we did a demo meeting with the Baguio's Finest through the efforts of Baguio Funshine Toastmasters Club. And we'll be doing again a demo meeting with the MMA fighters of the Trinidad Benguet, Baguio, which is Team Lakay.
With our
Yes.
with our meeting last time in St. Albert, we credited to us demo meeting.
Yeah,
It was a demo meeting.
It was recorded. But anyway, I received a word from that. Yeah, it was. Then the speech craft program. The speech craft program is an 8 weeks or 8 modules at 2 hours, introducing the importance of oral communication and speech, like the Toastmasters program.
Can I yes, no? Do you need to tell something?
Nagtatawag na raw yata siya kung pang-anulan niyang CD, baka mag-anulan.
Sige, okay.
Okay.
One line first. One line first. Kayo muna.
Just we will have some landing. Can you start? Can you just pause for a while?
Yes.
Can we help me do it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Just pasada lang.
Okay.
Just eat. I know you can concentrate. So we have the group had already made mention that they already did the demo meetings and there are plans to do the speech craft, which I've been hearing a lot from Toastmaster Ann. I mentioned to Toastmaster Ann that she put it into writing, give me the program, her objective on the speech craft. So I would comment and give you feedback and I'll send you the approval if you send the approval first. The youth leadership program, these are the table clubs. Aside from that, you influence younger people. If you have 18 years old or the grade 12s, actually you can use Toastmasters as a program for them to develop their leadership and their speeches. Moments of truth, which will be discussed later by Toastmaster Rice and Toastmaster, their Vice President for Education, JF. Well, mentoring, coaching, judging, contest, trainings. Mentoring, you've seen it, you've experienced it. Your club coach, for the information of everyone, is Toastmaster Beck. So you have your club coach is a distinguished Toastmaster. So we track progress and awards by, if you have your PowerPoint or you list down, or in the club success plan, that's how you track progress of each member. So these are the Toastmasters program, the SMEDI, the lookup, and keep the clock. SMEDI award will start on August 1st until September 3rd. Yeah. Distinguished programs or DCP, Distinguished Club Program, you will receive the distinguishment if you are a charter strike. So the requirement there is you are a charter strike or you are not lower than 20. If you are lower than 20, you must increase by 5 or more.
So now, to be charter strike by March 30, our number should be 27.
Yes.
27.
And to receive an award. But if you end up 22 again, you'll still receive the award based on Toastmasters International, but not with the district. I'll discuss also the additional reward from the district. So you all know that. You've perfected the art last year, so I'm expecting you to continue.
With Toastmaster Jen.
Perfect then. Okay. So these are the timelines. Yeah, there. August 31 is the end of the club officers. You'll find this in your handbook, the leadership handbook, or just log on to www.toastmasters.com. If you want to be district leader, just let me know. Who wants to be the next Area 62 director? Should come from Dagupan. Toastmaster Sam.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
So Area 62 is Toastmaster Sam for Toastmaster 2017, 2018.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Right.
So I'm putting in my planning. Yeah. Leaders soar like eagles, like Alan J. Moe. The most effective way to achieve right relationship is to look for the best in every person and then help that best into the fullest expression. So look for the best.
Look for the best.
That's from Dulce Ramon. There. So if the area director is not visiting you, just let me know. But I'm pretty sure she'll visit you. It's Zarina Abenoma.
It's no longer mercy now.
No workers.
What club is your leaders now?
A corporate club, it's a Passion in Action Toastmasters Club. She's the vice president for admin of Philippines International Academy, where they teach English as a second language.
Is she gonna contact us, or is Jen supposed to text her to say?
The area governor's visit is actually a surprise. So when she is coming, she'll text the officer, let her know that she's coming.
Right?
Or she'll let me know, so I'll inform you.
But Jen will be out the whole of goggles.
It's okay.
FYI, so the
Mom
other.
Kathy is here. The president is here. Toastmaster Ann is here. Rice is here.
Rice will
Glad to be here.
Rice will be in Clark. I'll see him in Clark. I'll be visiting the City of Angels. So I can visit also Rice. Or we'll start a new club in UP. You can see, these are the rewards program for individuals. For member, if you sponsor 3 and have them registered before September 30, you will receive the Succeed with Significant Speed
When I did not have any.
Midcon, and you'll be awarded on Midcon 2016. Our Midcon will be in Davao, October 21 to 23. Registration is 5,000, inclusive of accommodation.
Inclusive.
Inclusive of accommodation. So if you create another club, or Rice and I will, and Sam will create another club in Clark, the sponsoring will receive also a Succeed with Significant Speed. Okay. So that's 2 dates to remember, September 30 and March 30.
Where is the discount?
Discount is in Manila at New World. New World, Manila, not Manila.
Now we can go in Manila. There are your cash. You can go.
Yes.
Hindi lang ako.
Okay, new club member.
Will you go?
You went to a new club, you receive also a pin.
Where's the discount?
No announcement yet. We'll announce it when after the meeting. Triple crown. We have triple crown award this year, like Toastmaster Ann. So if you achieve 3 norms before September 30, you'll receive a notepad holder from Toastmasters International.
September 30th.
Yeah, on or before September 30, that's the first round. Then the second round is March 30 to 2017. So Toastmaster of the Year, you can send your nominations prior to June 30. If you are nominating anyone, please let me know, and would gladly to receive the nomination for the club by May 31st, not June 30. So I could also review.
Criteria for the Toastmaster review.
You can find it at www.toastmasters.org. Okay, there's a checklist. These are for the clubs, okay? For Metro Dagupan Toastmaster Club, you are more than 20. So you are 22.
Yeah.
If you have 22 plus 5 new members and at least 4 DCP points, by September 30, you'll receive a roll-up banner. Not this banner, but a roll-up banner including its case. So you can take it with you wherever your meeting is. So that's a roll-up banner. 4 DCP points. Okay na kayo, because you already have 2 DCP points. You'll add new members, so you'll have the 3rd point. We'll finish this, it's half point. So it's either a CL or you're 3.
I have 2 CLs.
2 CLs, so that's 1 and 2. And 2 CCs, that's 3 points.
And this one.
This is only half point.
This is only.
So you either
CC or
new members, 5 new members. Fast track. Okay. Fast track, our clubs with less than 12. We have clubs in the area, in the district, in the division, less than 12. They are just surviving. There are 8 members. Before, you were before, but not now. You are the leader. You change your world. Okay. So, A1 Club, this one, since you already are President's Distinguished last year, I would challenge Toastmasters Dagupan. By March 30, you should be President's Distinguished. It's 9 out of 10 or 10 of 10.
9 of 10, because we cannot take this 9. 9 kasi we did not have 4 last year.
Oh, it's okay, we can still credit that until August 31st. We'll just finish it.
So 2 more need to attend? Or just this one?
This is half point. Yes.
The doctor was just telling me this will compensate our absence in Bago. Right? Because I thought we already lost that one.
No.
So we still have a chance at that.
Yes.
That's the half time.
You have to give me gasoline allowance.
Don't say thank you yet. You still have a long way.
So you receive a Toastmaster utility box. This is not just an ordinary box. It's actually a luggage with wheels. So your roll-up bagger and your Toastmasters utility box go hand in hand. So just that early achiever and the A1 because you are at charter strength. These are for the division director. This is the okay. If you help the whole, because our class here is for member satisfactions. So if all the club members are happy in your club, of course it follows the club will be successful. Then all the clubs will be successful. It follows the area will be successful. All the goals will be achieved. Then the division goals will be achieved. This is my challenge. You can see there's the area. A free discount registration. If you make your area belongs to area 62. A president's distinguished area, I'll add one free registration. So as a club, we work also with your area director, with the other clubs. It's a challenge. Or Midcon if you want to go to Davao. Free accommodation. 5,000 inclusive of accommodation. Now, in October, all the fruits are in, what they call that, in bloom. Flowers are in bloom. Fruits abound. So if you want to nominate the area director again for your club, May 31st, because my deadline with international in June 3rd.
September 20,
These rewards programs were already posted in FB page. I already sent it to the area directors, to the president, but I'll resend it if you want a copy. Then the pictures are already posted also in Facebook. Our district public relations officer, Gabi, is very diligent in posting. So those are the goals. Any question? None.
No.
No question.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, like how many class did all in all district?
For the division, the district?
Or
No, Division G has 10 clubs. Before it was 13. So right now we're 10 clubs. And we would like to increase the 10 because if we go below 10, we will not be a division anymore. I don't want Division G to dissolve. I want them to grow because we are G. Grow, gorgeous. Glow. Yeah, there you go. Glow, gorgeous. So there are 10 clubs. And Area 62, where Metro Dagupan Toastmasters Club belong, has 4 clubs. 3 from Baguio and 1 from Dagupan. Eventually, if Bavi North becomes a stronger club, will realign. So you have partners in Dagupan, in our Pangasinan. But for now, Ordaneta is part of 61. 2 clubs from Baguio and 1 club from Pangasinan. So that's the composition. Yes, 62. Metro Dagupan belongs to Area 62. The clubs under Area 62, PIA, or Passion in Action, Synergy Toastmasters Club, Baguio Ecozone Toastmasters Club, Metro Dagupan. So you have 4. So the 2 strongest clubs at the moment for Area 62 are Tez and Metro Dagupan. Yes. So they're looking at you. Baguio Ecozone Toastmasters Club is a young mix of, just like you, mix of millennials and just like our age. Millennials. Yappies, yeah. For Area 61, of course, you'll have the mother club, which is Pines, our club. Pines and Funshine Sister Club, and Bobby North, the newest of our division. For Area 63, the clubs from Dagupan, Kawayan, and Delex. But next year we'll have Marilao.
And about
Clark is not yet part of Division G, though geographically it is part. It is part of area of Division A, Area 15 or Area 2. So I would like to set up another club for rice. Because they're increasing in numbers, there are 40. So if we can get a younger group for rice and the other millennials, rice will be the chapter president. And you'll be the founding club of another club in division. So if you have any projects for demo meetings, just let us know so we can also give some feedbacks. Yes, President.
Like, can we go to, does it add up, yeah, we go to another club, meeting,
Yes, we can do that.
So, visit tayo ng mga club para
I encourage fellowship also. Club hopping, yes.
That will help in the triple crown because when you take a role or deliver a speech in other clubs, you have a fast track. So it's possible to achieve the triple crown in 1 month.
Oh, okay.
So if you can create another club in Dagupan or nearby, then good. So we move on to achieving those goals by creating a quality club. Let's welcome Toastmaster guys. It's my turn.
It's quite hard to think if you are already full, right? Shout out to Toastmaster Fidel. Thank you for the food. Happy birthday. We also like to welcome our soon-to-be U.S. Toastmaster, Toastmaster Judith. Stand up to be recognized. For the benefit of our guests, especially Toastmaster Judith. All the things, all the discussions that Toastmaster Fidel discussed earlier, like the two of us, Toastmaster Jenny earlier, when we went to the club officers training last July 10, we were all dumbfounded. What are they talking about? They're all alienated. The triple round, what is that? So next time, when we have new members, I urge we should have like a policy that all members, regardless whether officers or not, to attend the club officers training, because sooner or later they will become officers themselves. The purpose supposedly of us going to the club officers training is to ask questions rather than an introductory session. But in our case, with Toastmasters training, we just got there, listened.
I feel you. I feel you. Don't worry, you're not alone.
And you would never understand the vision of the Toastmasters if you don't know, and especially the club adults.
Probably right now, soon-to-be Toastmaster Judy doesn't even know what Toastmasters training is all about, unless Toastmaster Jenny already introduced her what Toastmaster is. But to the newbie officers, I am not an officer, but I attended just for the sake of learning what is the rounds or what is the system in Toastmasters. How to create a quality club for us to reach the President's Distinguished Club. First is member experience. It's presented here. The most important is members' experience. Second is club foundation. Third is teamwork. Member experience. Like what we are having now. One thing important is first impression. If a new member comes in Toastmasters Mental Club of Dagupan, don't you agree that first impressions last? So, my first impression of Toastmasters, to give you a story, is actually when I was a kid in Toastmasters Club, Paria Toastmasters Club with my father. My first impression of Toastmasters is all of them wear business suits. Even the spouses wear business suits. The children would go, even I was even in diapers, still need to go there wearing formal attire. All the pleasantries, all the equipment were present. The banner, the ribbons, the stage, even the floors, carpeted, blue carpeted, especially for Toastmasters Riyadh. That is when my first idea of Toastmasters came. But when I transferred here, Toastmasters, Metro Club Dagupan, I said, I'm basically repeating myself in club officers training. I was shocked on why there's not even a single material of Toastmasters. It's not a single magazine, tarpaulin. Not all of you are even wearing formal clothes. Some are still wearing t-shirts, some are wearing slippers.
Because we are not Arabs.
Okay.
That
We are amazed.
construed the ideal Toastmaster setup. What is the ideal Toastmaster setup? Is it like this? Is it like this what we're having right now? Or what they're having in Camara or Elite Toastmasters Club? Here is a presentation where I fondly learned the most in the club officer training. It looks like a very simple diagram, but it does represent how can we build our club so we can achieve the President's Distinguished. The roof is the club. The roof is the club, and if the club is greater than all of the pillars that you see. The moments of truth, I will discuss them later in length. The first pillar is experiential learning. As our club motto in Toastmasters, one portion of this, we learn by doing. The most effective learning experience you can have is by you doing it yourself. Next is self-paced program. Now we have the tracks of competent communication, but later on, Toastmaster Ben will introduce new pathways called pathways. Next, we have peer feedback. One thing great about Toastmasters, especially for our incoming Toastmaster Judith, is this is the only club where you can get immediate feedback from your peers. Not from your teachers, not from your higher ups, but from your immediate peers. All of us here, even we are, some may be CEOs, some may be band managers, some might be students, but in our eyes, we are all Toastmasters. It's like one of the stories I've heard in club officers training. All of them are lawyers. Some of them are even judges. But when they enter the Toastmaster venue, rather than attorney, judge, they address themselves as, "Hello, fellow Toastmaster." The Toastmasters Club's mission, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. One, the Toastmasters values strike most is because there are some Toastmasters clubs out there that do not abide by this. Integrity, if we can switch respect and integrity, that would form the word rights. But unfortunately, integrity is first. Integrity, respect, service, and excellence. Most important thing is integrity. It's why it is the first on the list. Integrity, because there is a possibility that in order for clubs to just to get points, we will just write it down, submit it, and yes, we have points, rather than the actual Toastmaster delivery. So when it's time to deliver, they will just say, but there's so many outfielders. As one Toastmaster told me in the club officers training, the purpose of the communication strap is for you to improve upon time. It doesn't matter if you are ACB or TTM, but if you still, after the words so, but, or, and you still can organize your thoughts well, what is the purpose of your TTM? Someone also said that he finished his TTM in less than 5 years. But does it show that you are TTM? You may finish your ACB in less than 1 year, maybe less than a year. But you have to prove to them that you really deserve to have an ACB. Respect, of course, seniority here in our club, service and excellence. Here is where I almost had a headache, the Toastmaster brand. Well, the Toastmaster brand is very important for us to be consistent on when we deliver our promotional materials. The first time I set up a Facebook account, Toastmaster and then Toastmaster Sam noticed, I was immediately emailed by Toastmaster Camara and Toastmaster Kamanaba saying that you are not allowed to use this kind of color scheme. Please replace it because it, especially Toastmaster Kamanaba said, I'll use the Filipino. Ana, please read the 277 page branding manual. I said, is there nothing shorter? Luckily, there was a 50 abridged version of the branding manual, but still 50 pages. Finally, in my part, the moments of truth. This is like the crowning glory of the foundation of our Toastmasters Club, the moments of truth. First impressions, as I said earlier, first impressions will last. So we must impress to the best. Membership orientation. Even as first-time Toastmasters, we must still educate them rather than spoon-feed on what Toastmaster is. As soon as they come in the door, there must be magazines laid out, there must be brochures laid out on what Toastmaster is, rather than their curiosity going to the internet and search what Toastmaster is. Fellowship, variety, and communication. As Toastmaster President said earlier, we must do. I urge you, please do, let's do club hopping. We are the only club not doing club hopping. Program planning and meeting organization, membership strength, there's no problem with membership strength. Achievement recognition. This is one factor that I like about the pathways that's going to be discussed by Toastmaster today. It is going to reinforce the achievement recognition for members. Because unlike our current track, that you need to finish 10 speeches before you get a recognition, in pathways, you only need to finish at least 3 for you to be recognized in Toastmasters International. Shorter, which is instant, which is really more of a millennial thing of sort. We millennials need instant gratification. So that may be the rationale behind pathways. On that note, that will be the end of my part. I turn now to Toastmaster Janet.
Great. Since we mentioned achievement recognition, this comes from the district director, Boyer Archie, in recognition of your fullest support even beyond the club for having helped the club reach President's Distinguished and for letting Metro Dagupan Toastmasters Club be known throughout the district. We are honored that we call the President and Distinguished Toastmaster. You are the hero, so we are giving you the Toastmaster their hero shirt. So even though you're not an officer anymore, you'll still help the club. Mga President Kati, yeah. Congratulations. Those are surprises. Susunod meron ulit. Picture group. Group picture para may dagdag naman sa PR campaign. Kasi nagpa-practice maging area director. Baka mo sa sila, baka gusto niyo makipagpro. Ganun yun siya. Ikaw na dito. Lectures for Metro. Bakit hindi mo kuha yung pagkakatasin mo?
Hi, Sir Ed,
Okay lang?
Oh, yes. Yes, ito. The secret of it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Bakit? Okay.
Ay, isa.
Isa sa camera. Ano ba yung gusto niyo bang doon sentence?
Ayun, sir.
Okay.
Ay, may gano'n.
Pinagtuwan.
Gusto niyo magawa.
Diba? Wakitin.
Bakit?
Walang makinig na, bakit? Thank you. Thank you.
Biglaan. Ako lang ito.
Buksan natin mamaya sa labas.
Tignan lang sandali, Jen, ha? Hindi kami mapakalitin ng brain. Kamay, hindi nasa harap.
Mga OC.
Mga usi. Naku, Jen, Toastmaster Joel.
Joel Cabrera.
Joel DSD.
Joel Toastman.
Glasses. Ay, makapisiram ng aral na traga.
Si ano, si Sam.
Ay, DJ.
DJ, sa Pupito. Marites TV.
Simula, nakauwi na ako. Si Ana.
How about si DJ?
Some were very classified.
Saan siya? Nasaan siya?
Some were very classified.
Ano bang pwede mo yan?
Kuha. Pero yung pangalan tumama. Annabelle Bamba V. Kuha. Ay, kuha lang ang talaga. Sabi mo ka.
Hindi, kasi kung mag-discuss natin ng paano eh.
Yung banner na pag pumunta ka sa ano tayo, mag-deal.
Saan ba? Dito.
Pag hindi ko mag-difference between and
Ito, pastor.
Pumunta tayo.
Picture
Parang
namin.
kaya, akala ko eh, pumunta sa Washington.
Pero baka muna tayo.
Plan. Next year.
Baka hindi na US.
Bakit ba?
Hindi na Canada.
Sa Asia sana, kahit Asia.
Canada.
Canada.
How can you send it to us?
Singapore, mga ganyan.
Wala. Ay, pato. Kaya ko yun daw.
Ay, ba? If you go Facebook. Grabe.
Pero pwede.
You have to tell the computer guy, Boye, to send it. So we can upload it to the account. Or else we type.
Ang dami dito. Natin na Toastmaster. Ang dami. No idea.
Let's just wait for
Ayun.
others to be here and we will go. Because it's 7:18.
Saan yung water?
Ma'am Ben still has a presentation.
Ito ba?
Nag-invite yung t-shirt ko ah.
And see, sir.
Send ko yan natin sa Facebook.
Ay, sir.
Sir,
Let's go, let's go. Who are we waiting for? Pastor Virgin. Yes.
When I
have to present the whole set, because when nasa lagi ng whole set was presented na. Just the pages that we presented.
Sige na natin.
Ay, kaya na. Hindi ako eh.
Sa ating go.
Yabang ko, di ba? Kami lang ang mag-partner. Ang partner ko si mga DCM lang ang
Pa-conference ako.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you, Sir Rice, for starting C.O.T. Green Echoing. But before I proceed in my part, I'd like to introduce our newest member, Miss Judith Mercado. And I've known her since she was 10 years old, or maybe younger, because we grew up in the same music school. So we basically see each other every day, especially when she became a piano teacher in the same institution I started teaching. So she was one of the youngest teachers we had at Uzar Music Corporation in Baguio City. I think she started teaching when she was 15 years old. So I think she prepared a little bit of some points of introducing herself. So let me call on Miss Judith Mercado first.
Recite lang.
Mr. Free.
Yes.
Good evening. I am Judith Mercado, born and bred from Baguio City, and I'm currently studying chemical engineering. Hopefully, I will finish in a year. Actually, I've heard of Toastmasters a few years during my first year in college. I think I heard it from a friend, but wasn't able to expound. And then, a few years after, I attended this leadership training, and there was this speaker who, I think he's also a Toastmaster, but I wasn't able to talk to him after the seminar. And I was looking for the establishment at Session Road in Baguio City, and I wasn't able to find it. And then, a few years passed again. I heard of Toastmasters from Teacher Jen, and she explained it to me, and finally I decided to join, and I'm very pleased to join.
More.
We actually have...
You reported how many?
I have some, I'm saying give me some. I think I have two. Ama paid already. Rodan paid only his membership, none of the Jews. So if we can call Mulong to follow up on Rodan, that's 2, 3, Judith.
2 for president.
2 from Kaki, and it's a go.
We have 2 months, by the way, right?
That's September 30, right?
Yeah.
And by March, that's my question. By September 30, we're going to be 22 plus 5.
Yes.
So by
March
March
13th,
13th.
you again should maintain that 27.
Not 27 plus 5.
No.
So let's give it again.
Come around forever. I know.
You didn't do like this is plus 5.
Always plus 5.
Tell me what present, as long as you don't go back to another.
As long as you don't go to sila.
Okay, so going on. So as what we had during the C.O.T. in Baguio, they mentioned that the main goal that we have is to be president distinguished. So how do we even make this? So as Rice was saying a while ago, yes, we were really bumping each other during the C.O.T. What are they trying to do? I don't even know what they're saying. So here we have four pointers on how we attain this kind of distinctions. So first one is education. Members who have the opportunity to earn education awards are reaching their goals. So like for me, I'm having my CC, and Rice finished his CC already, and along with that is the CL, which I am tracking as passed by Ms. Anne. So I think all of us, not only the officers, must know this, because we know your progress, but it is more beneficial if you're trying to record, so that we can submit whatever you accomplished every time you finish your education program.
Try to explain the CC because it doesn't good sound good to me. You are making CC.
CC is being a competent communicator. So there are 10 speeches, and I finished my 5th already. I have 5 more to go, which I aim to finish at the end of my term as an officer so that we have something to pass.
How about Toastmasters ang inflated libro?
That's another thing.
He finished his competent communicator for 10 years, but Rice, this is a very good comparison because Rice only finished his for 4 months. 4 months.
The fruit fell far from the tree.
The fruit,
Very far.
very far. No, the leaf maybe.
The leaf.
Yes. Because at the end of the term, we cannot, it's only you who's monitoring your progress very well. We cannot invent dates for you, so basically you have to track your own record and accomplishments for this matter. For the second one is membership. With enough members, everyone's experience is enhanced because leadership is provided and meeting and committee assignments are filled. So for the membership, we're aiming 27. We currently have 22. I will explain later on how membership works. For the training, trained club officers are better able to serve and support your club. So last time I was the only officer who attended, and I'm glad that we have this kind of big echoing because all the officers must know their roles. To have a better administration, which is the last one, fulfilling administrative duties helps your club run smoothly, which benefits members. Since we started having this, we've been telling you that we totally do not understand what's happening with Toastmasters, and when I was elected being the VPN, I didn't know that it would be this fun.
I like you.
How come you got those fun?
Yeah, that's the most difficult word I can pronounce. Okay, so these are the distinguished club program goals. So 2 CCs which we accomplished during the period of Miss Anne, 2 more CCs which we are hoping to accomplish. I think we're having 4, we're aiming for 4 this term. 1 ACB. Yeah, we have 1 ACB and these other terms that we have. We are not, when Miss Anne and I were talking a while ago, we are not aiming for the DTM for now. Right.
I am.
Really?
We have a lot of businesses here.
Everybody heard that.
Yes.
Last year they planned.
After good
After Rice is the After 2018, because he will be area governor first.
So for the membership, 4 new members, we have 1 new here. And we're aiming for 5, so we have 4 more, and I think we have a list of 5 already. And I hope we can accomplish that at the end of September. Training a minimum of 4, yes?
On or before September 25, so that whoever will submit it online will not have a difficult time due to the traffic. As early as we could, if we may go online tonight, tomorrow, and submit all, please do. No use.
People can do this all by themselves, right? If they
Only the officers.
Only the officers, only the 7 officers.
Only the
But the system is not yet really. Once you log in, the results will not yet show in the dashboard. It will only be shown on August 1st because the dashboard is still being updated for the awards this coming international conference.
Thank you for that. For the training, we said 4 club officers trained during each of 2 training periods. So in a year, we have 2 trainings. We finished 1 already. And we are expecting more officers to attend this coming
December 8th.
December. Yeah.
It will not be in Baguio.
Dagupan.
We have
Depends.
to we have to talk about that as a committee.
Yes.
December 8th, that's my wedding anniversary.
Oh!
Can we also use this hall?
The problem is we have another now.
Anniversary.
Wedding
Wedding
anniversary.
anniversary.
Oh, last one is
Okay, and for the last one, we have
Forgot the wedding
administration.
anniversary.
So on-time payment of membership dues accompanied by the names of 8 members, at least 3 of whom must be renewing members. Kami ba mami renewing
Yes.
already, no? So for 1 period at a time, on-time submission of 1 club officer's list. So your membership would be useless without, or gathering as much guests that we have without them paying is useless for the club. So I think we can have really dedicated members who can pay whenever needed. So teamwork. Yes, I appreciate this group because we have a good teamwork. So we know that everyone is already, everyone has their own priorities. Like as for me, I work, I go to school. Rice is having his potential jobs and also a student. Miss Anne is also working, but every time we need them, they're here to assist us. And Sir Sam is not working. He's away until 2 a.m. helping us do our stuff for our program. So the Gestalt approach to teamwork. So the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So this is not only for the officers, but for all of us. You should know your role. We have our own, what do you call this? Programs, manuals, I mean, and you can track your own progress. Because we are all working, let's help each other for this club to be really, really successful. Know the
check with you. We're on the same.
Yes. Know the roles of your teammates, which I will be discussing later because we have officers here. Communicate your areas of strength. I don't used to message people, but since I joined Toastmasters, I frequently check my phone and I feel bad. For example, Miss Anne will text me very early in the morning and then I will reply the following day pa. I'm really but I know my weaknesses and thank you for helping me with everything. Take a proactive approach. Make sure everything is working together as a group. Hindi pwedeng si Sir Sam, this is what I've noticed. Most of the things is done by Sir Sam. He has his own car, which is very convenient, but sometimes I really feel bad that he has to bring the banner and the timer and everything. I'm imagining, what if wala si Rice na kasama niya magbubuhat? So, let's help each other. And as officers, I would appreciate if all of us would come before the time of our meeting. And be willing to cover for another officer. Especially, we have a lot of absentees at some time because of the time that we have. So if the role taker is not there, probably you can volunteer so that we can also start on time during meeting. The executive committee, do you know our president? Of course, Miss Kathy Bangsal. Our vice president for education, that's me. So, Vice President membership is Sir Fidel Fernandez. Vice President Public Relations is Gino Larbo. Secretary is Miss Ana Carganilla. Treasurer is Miss Kate Mohalan. And Sergeant at Arms is DJ Estrebo. So we will know the roles of each executive committee member. Let's start with the, why is the president not here?
Oh, where's the president?
I'm supposed to be here.
It's in our slide. Let me check.
Let's go over the meeting.
Let me start with the vice. I'm not trying to take over your position. It's just not here. But basically, it's the president. Yes. So, as the VP for Education, he encouraged members to complete following their communication and leadership goals, but you have your manuals. You can track your own progress, as I was saying earlier. And we schedule member speeches and projects. So that's what we're trying to do every time we have, which I did not know I have to do. So Miss Anne was really, really kulit all the time. Like, did you schedule? You should do that 2 weeks before the speeches are being delivered, especially for the prepared speakers. Serves as a resource for questions about education awards, speech contests, and mentors. Is also a source of Toastmasters knowledge and education program. So while I was reading this, oh my gosh, it's really fun to be a VP.
See how much fun
So transferable skills are motivating others. So we keep on pushing people, like what I'm doing with Sir Fidel now. Like you have to be a timer to complete your CL. You have 2 more speeches so that you can complete your CC. Setting and achieving goals, and organization and leadership. I'm learning to be organized with this position that I have right now. So the VP membership promotes the club and manages the process of bringing in guests and transforming them into members. So when Ma'am Beng was presenting this in our COT last time, she mentioned that one of the earliest members arriving during meeting must be the VP membership because they will be the one welcoming the guests. So they also initiate contacts with guests and make them feel welcome and provide information to join the club. So this is one thing that is really important. You have to provide information. Otherwise, confuse yung new members natin. And what will happen is that since they do not understand completely, that may be one reason why they're not continuing because basically they don't know what's happening. And the VPM also works with the VPPR and the treasurer, works with the VPPR in organizing events, and the treasurer for monitoring that members are paying on time. Transferable skills are sales skills. Dapat marunong magbenta ng Toastmaster. You are knowledgeable about Toastmasters, so every time you tell stories about what's happening in the club, the person you're trying to invite will have a full grasp of what the club is all about. Improve communication skills and confidence to meet new people. The VPPR promotes the club to the community through activities that increase membership, like having events, demo meetings, publishes meetings, times, and locations. Writes a newsletter, which we will release this August. We finished our first one. It was supposed to be released this month, but we had so much things, so we decided to release it next month. And maintain social media sites such as Facebook, Twitter, and Meetup. So thanks to Rice for being active with this. Although he's not the VPPR, he's been covering a lot of tasks. And we really appreciate that, Rice. Thank you. That's all for me. Bidang-bida si Rice mo kasi nag-start siya ng YouTube, right?
Yes.
Oh. VPPR transferable skills, marketing experience, proficiency using social media websites and applications, sales, increased confidence to meet the public. So remember, as a VPPR, you must walk your talk. It's not good that you're talking about Toastmasters, but you are not presenting Toastmaster as Toastmaster. So hindi ka pwedeng mag-VPPR na you're having so much confidence in yourself, but you're not delivering words properly. So the secretary, this is Miss Anna, manages accurate files, all club records and correspondence, takes the minutes at every meeting. I think everyone's doing this, especially Miss Anna. Archives historical records and records all members and guests' attendance. The secretary also distributes the club's roster of current paid members and maintains the current club officers list. And the transferable skills are improved communication and listening skills, proficiency using software programs, accurate record keeping, time management, and organization. So basically, the secretary, I think, is working with the VPN because they organize files. The treasurer, this is Miss Kate, is the club's accountant. That sounds difficult, right? What are the accounts? Yes.
But
That's a
She
bit
does
difficult.
it 24/7.
So you keep financial records of the us, right? Are we even following this, Miss? From time to time.
When somebody pays,
So manages the club's bank account, writes checks as approved by the executive committee, collects and pays dues on time to world headquarters and works with the executive committee to create the budget. So for example, we have some events. We need to ask for your help for some budgeting if we have funds. And transferable skills, receiving and managing money. Parang mas gusto kong mag-treasurer. Budgeting, keeping accurate records, and disbursing funds. And for the last position, the Sergeant at Arms, this is DJ. He is responsible for the club's physical property. So now I know why he is the Sergeant at Arms. Because he's the muscle man of the club, right? And he must arrive early, sets up the meeting location, and removes club property after the meeting. Yes, so sila yung mga kargador natin.
Custodian of custodian.
And creates a good first impression. So like the VP membership, this is one officer that must always come earlier before anybody else arrives in the meeting place. So sets the tone for the entire meeting. And transferable skills, the ability to hold an effective meeting, preparation, and organization. So in summary, this is what we have to do as an executive committee. So first, we create a club budget, which we normally do by collecting penalties. Develop a club success plan. Strategize for success in the distinguished club program, and create and oversee other club committees as necessary. So this ends the C.O.T program that we had last time. And before going anywhere else, I'd like to introduce Mabel to continue for the pathways.
So, good evening, everyone. We're so happy to be here with you in Metro Dagupan once again. And we have a birthday party to boot as we are having our meeting. It's a really great atmosphere and it's a new place. I have never seen this. Earlier when we arrived, we actually asked a guy outside, where is Abong ng Dagupan? Apparently I was giving the wrong name. And when we drove a few meters forward, I saw the name Abong. So we were actually right beside it. And it turns out it's not Abong. Abong.
Smith's house.
Abong, yeah. So the last part was wrong in my information, right? Yeah, so in terms of the positions that we were discussing earlier, we have the president. And as Toastmaster Jenny said, our VP for Education, we save the best for last. Thank you so much, Ma'am Kathy, for being our president. Indeed, you are our head in Metro Dagupan Toastmasters Club because you provide the leadership and you set the tone for the meeting, the mood, whenever you're so cheerful and so happy. We're really glad that you are leading us into the future. And you are also the one who consults with the other officers about the meeting agenda. So your role is actually very important, and the beauty of it is you have the support of all the other officers with you. And here in Metro Dagupan Toastmasters, I really love the synergy, the cooperation that you have, that you all support one another. It reassures me actually that even as Jen says it's fun, which it is, you will learn so much from it. It is great because here in Metro Dagupan, you will get that support from Sir Sam, from Ma'am Ann, and also from choir, and Sir Ed, and everyone actually. And that is what is going to help carry you through. Sadly, in other clubs, many officers toil alone. And it's great that for Toastmaster Cathy, our president, you actually have a team that is behind you, surrounding you, and giving you that support. So thank you very much to all the other officers as well. Okay, so here you also open and close the meeting. So basically you are the one in charge of the gable. In your absence, the gable can be passed on to the other officers, but basically that is your task. Yeah. Alright, so once again, let's give Toastmaster Cathy, our president, okay. So now we come to the Revitalized Education Program update. How many of you actually recall when, I'm sorry. Sorry. This first. So, when Toastmaster Area Director Jonathan Mill came here, do you remember when we were still in YMCA? Across the street actually, right? Yeah, we were across the street, and John came with me, with Mercy, and with Czar. And no, you, okay, I don't know. No, you don't recall anymore? It was so long ago. Okay, but basically, immediate past Area Director John, or our iPad, actually is the first ambassador for the Revitalized Education Program. That is what we called it when it first launched 2 years ago. Now, when this particular update came, it was actually a surprise because we thought that it had all died down. It was like nothing was happening, which is why Toastmaster John was not actually going around in clubs to say more about it because we didn't get any feedback. We weren't sure what the next step would be. Now, in terms of what we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about how it was named, the ways that we are going to be recognized in this program, how it's going to be rolled out, how we become the distinguished Toastmasters, and the details about how the change is going to happen. In terms of the Philippine history, change has come. But for the new program, it's still coming. We're not yet actually there. Now, as far as we used to call it, it's the REP. That's why Toastmaster John was the REP ambassador. Now, when they started planning this, they actually got a whole team of branding executives to come together and figure out how do we call this program. Because we have our competent communicator manuals, our competent leader manuals, and all of these things. And when they surveyed many of the Toastmasters around the world, they all actually would talk about how much the program actually was like, wait, sorry. Sorry. How they're going to name it and yeah. Whenever Toastmasters talk about their growth in Toastmasters, they don't talk about it in steps, they don't talk about it in courses or the manuals. What we always say is it's a journey. I was unsure before, I was not confident. When I would talk, I had a lot of ahs and ahs. But as I journeyed in Toastmasters, my life changed. That's how they described it. So it became a personal log of how we grew as Toastmasters, but it was like a journey. And then also there were, in terms of journey, we would say that there were many roads to it. Like we had the 15 advanced manuals, we had the leadership track, and the communication track. And with these different manuals, we would always keep moving forward. So that's how many Toastmasters actually looked at their growth in the organization. Now, when the name was culled from that experience, we now come up with the TPLEX. It is the Toastmasters Pathways Learning Experience. So for us here in the North and in the Philippines, it's easy to remember because we just say TPLEX. T-P-L-X, right? It's the Toastmasters Pathways Learning Experience. Or we just call it Pathways, right? Yeah, Tarlac and all of those things. And that was something that was called to our attention when we were meeting in the C.O.T. because everybody was calling it TPLI. And it occurred to many, why don't you just call it TPLEX? So that for us in Luzon, it really makes sense. And it's an experience that sets us on a personal, professional development journey. It's your choice. What do you want to become good at? As a new Toastmaster, this is what's exciting for your journey because now you have a smorgasbord of choices. Unlike for us, we only had 15 manuals. Now there are more. That's going to be at our fingertips. So it's called TPLP or TPLEX or the Toastmasters Pathway Learning Experience. How do we get started? Because it's like a journey, they actually compared it to the journey when you go up Pulag or the Himalayas where we have a base camp. That's where we all start. It's a bit like our Competent Communicator Manual and our Competent Leader Manual. That's where we all start. Now, base camp is not just a set of manuals. It's not the books that we used to get, but now it is a virtual base camp. We will have the ability to log in to our website and you will be able to see projects, all types of resources. You will have transcripts of webinars and podcasts, and you will also have other tips and tools plus quizzes and assessments. For the millennials, this is to their advantage because they are very techy, they are very good at maneuvering the internet and all of those things. But for those of us who are a little bit on the baby boomer side, it could be a struggle. So we have a base camp which is online, but we will still have the print. We will still have manuals, we can still ask for printed, but it will not be as flexible as the base camp will be. There will be more opportunities on base camp. There will be base camp managers, so we will now have different mentors called base camp managers, and they will keep track of our progress, like our VP for education, and they will also be able to, okay, you can move on to your next project now, something like that. So those are our managers who will be helping us grow. These are our new path names. If you look at that, what is it that you want to grow? Do you want to be able to be good at motivational strategies? Do you want to do presentation mastery where you're really a very dynamic presenter? Do you want leadership development? Personally, I need leadership development. Do you want innovative planning? How do you do innovative planning? That's something that is not even very familiar to many people. Are you a visionary communicator? How would you want to be able to build a vision for others as you grow as a leader? Strategic relationships, dynamic leadership, persuasive influence, effective coaching, and team collaboration. So these are the new path names. It's no longer interviewing through the television, storytelling, interpretative reading, right? So there may be elements of it, but these will be different. They will be richer. Currently, if you look at our 15 advanced manuals, our 2 basic manuals, we are only actually focusing on 68 competencies. 68. With these new pathways, we will have 280 ways to grow. So for me, my mind can barely grasp it. Imagine 280 ways to become a better speaker, a better leader. It's exciting. It will really prepare us for the future to become positioned very critically to be able to lead in our country, which we can see is suffering from a lack of leaders and good speakers. So we can actually be trained to fill that gap. Now, in terms of this, there will also be member recognition, as Rice mentioned earlier. It's so exciting because unlike the old path, which we were walking, if I wanted to take my time and finish my CC for 2 years, imagine, I would only be acknowledged after 2 years, right? And I'm sure for Sir Sam, we're both familiar with this because it took us years to finish our CC. Now there's going to be earlier and more frequent recognition. As Rai said, if you do 3, you are already acknowledged. You get a certificate. Your employer gets an email. There is more motivation to grow because of this, and there are different levels. So when we look at this, there will be 5 levels. I'm not sure if that's what you call the Super Saiyan or Pokemon, okay? Do you get to be a Pokemon master or something? There's 5 levels. We have, the level 1 is master the fundamentals, so get to know the fundamentals. The second is learn your style, so you know where to fit in. And third, increasing your knowledge. Fourth is building skills, and fifth is demonstrate expertise. You will get badges for every level that you accomplish. And here, the blue will be acknowledging your proficiency in something, and then the burgundy badge will also signify your ability in growing in that particular group. So there will be different badges which will be given in your certificates. So more recognition, you will be given emails to your boss and also those badges that we will get and the certificates from Toastmasters International. So that's exciting, really, right? More exciting than Pokemon Go? We'll see, all right? More on that. Now, currently, because of the slow recognition we get, there are actually only about less than 10% of our total Toastmaster population who complete their Competent Communicators Manual. And only 2% do the Competent Leader. So they don't really know about it. Here, with our pathways, we have more opportunities to be recognized and to grow. Toastmaster Jen mentioned this. So here in our DCP, the 6, right, we have your 2 CCs, 2 more CC awards. You're very familiar with this because you got perfect 10 last year, okay? There will be changes. As the program is rolled out, we may have some shifts in this. Okay, so that's the top 6. Basically, the pathways will now have 4 level 1s, 2 level 2s, 2 more level 2s, and 2 level 3s. Now remember, more frequent recognition. So that means when you already do 3 things, you already get level 1 recognition. Okay? So it's going to be a bit different. It's not like 2 CCs anymore. It's going to be level 1s, and then level 2s, and level 3s. Okay? Now let's look at that. In terms of transition, here, before it's 2 CC awards, in the pathways, it's going to be 4 level 1s, so there will be more who will be achieving it. And then 2 for level 2, and so on and so forth. So this is where the change will be. Okay? Any questions so far? So some change, yeah?
This will come into effect on October 1.
No, not yet. It's 2 years. We have 2 years transition. So if you're moving for your Distinguished Toastmaster, you still have time. You can still actually finish that. Because it's not going to be implemented tomorrow. You can actually finish the old manuals and all those things before we go on to the pathways. So you have 2 years. You're going to be area director next year, right? Okay, go! Let's do it! Go, sir!
Area director or division director?
Yeah? So the Distinguished Toastmaster Award, which is the highest award that is given in our organization, actually, as Rice mentioned, yes, it should typically recognize a superior level of achievement. If we really go through it, the way the projects are meant to be gone through, then there should be an ability to speak well and also to lead well. And that's why we don't give this title very casually. We have to be very careful about it. Now, the new path to Distinguished Toastmaster will change. You have to complete 2 learning paths. Remember, either motivational, leadership, and all those things. Serve as a club officers for 12 months. Today, you just have to serve 6 months. But for the new path, it has to be a whole year. Serve as a club mentor or a coach. You have to be a club sponsor or conduct or sponsor a club or lead in speechcraft or a youth leadership program. Serve as a district officer for 1 year and complete a capstone DTM project, which is similar to your high performance leadership project. So it just changed terms, but basically that's what it's going to be. Okay, so this is the new path to DTM. Now with the more frequent recognition, ideally we should finish this faster than the 10 years it took me to become a distinguished Toastmaster. So it took me 10 years. Here, you can do it in about 3 or 4. Okay? Now, how is the rollout strategy going to be? Actually, phase 1 is already it's already in progress, where they already started it in Malaysia, in Washington, D.C., and in North Carolina. So that's the first rollout. So they're actually going to start there. So that, why rollouts? Why don't they just change everything right away? They want to test how it's going to go. So beta testing, especially for Basecamp. Because you know how our websites are, if everybody logs on and starts doing the program, it crashes, it closes, and all of our data is disappearing. First rollout, they will test how well the Basecamp will function with all of the first 3 regions logging in. The program pilot, of course, will be under critique the whole time. If there are glitches, if there are problems, inconsistencies, then we will be giving feedback so that when it is rolled out to us, it won't have those problems or not as much of those problems anymore. And it's going to be something that will be always monitored. So it's going to be monitored so that we're sure that when everyone is already in the program, it's going to work smoothly. Now here, the program pilot, it's the 3 districts, it's going to have that recognition. So now, basically, as an ambassador with immediate past area director John, our task is to be able to spread awareness. Before, what was the old name under John? REP. It was the Revitalized Education Program. Today, it is the TPLEX, the Toastmasters Pathways Learning Experience. So now, are you aware that there is going to be a change? Change is coming. Continuing story of the Duterte path. Okay? So, it's still coming. Now we are going to slowly understand it as the changes are going to be rolled out. Now, what is the transition period? The actual exposure for phase 1 will be by January 2017. So by next year. So right now, there's still beta testing, but for the next region, it's going to be by January. And that's when it's going to hit us. Region 14 na. Currently, it's only Malaysia, it's only North Carolina, and Washington, D.C. But by January, we'll be part of it. So it's going to be our region that will be hit. We'll see a little of those changes already. I'm not yet sure what the beta website will look like. It might be different from our current website right now, so it's going to be really exciting. Now, it's going to be e-learning based. As we said, Basecamp is going to be mostly online. For those of us who prefer the manuals and all those, you can still order, but again, it's not going to be as flexible. The way we cascaded is, of course, the district leaders first. That's why Dottie Du was one of the first who actually attended the seminar that was given, or the webinar given internationally. Then the pathway guides, that would be myself and Toastmaster John, and eventually the club leaders. That's going to encompass all of us, but slowly siya. It's going to be slow. And timely, because it's going to be 60 days in advance of the region rollout. That's why we're doing it now, before we actually hit January, and it will be locally supported. If you have any questions, especially questions that I can't answer, feel free to email me, feel free to message me, Facebook. I'm mostly on Facebook, although my signal is a bit weak. But at least ask us so we can put it in the parking lot and we can submit it to Toastmasters International for them to answer it, because they're the ones who actually access everything. And so for the new pathways, we have volunteers. We are here to answer your question. Most of us will be trained through webinars and also through ECHO seminars like these. But we are always supported by World Headquarters, so if you have questions, please let us know so we can ask it from them.
How often do you do this kind of seminar?
The seminars, we actually should be going around to expose this particular one. And then by October 2016, by October, there's going to be another rollout. So we'll be visiting again. Yes, we
So
will.
how often do you come here?
Ideally, we can come every month, but right now, since we're very busy, every other month. Yeah, we'll do our best to update you as soon as it comes. So, again, in terms of so the next Chief Ambassador update, this is for Ma'am Dati. It's going to be on September 2016. She'll learn more about the project and she will echo it to us so that we can release it by October 2016. Now, the questions that have already been asked. How much will the new program be, especially the one online? We still don't know. Because it hasn't been rolled out yet, the pricing has not actually been settled. And then, what will be the cost of the materials? Again, it's still up in the air. Still no word about that. It's wait and see. And then also, when the transition period is over, will the work that the member has done be credited? Will it transfer? Like, for example, Sir Sam, if he becomes a distinguished Toastmaster, will all of his work be transferred? Or let's say he's Advanced Communicator Gold and Advanced Leader Bronze. When the new program rolls out, will it be transferred? Unfortunately, no. But what happens is he will keep his Advanced Leader Bronze, Advanced Communicator Gold, acknowledgement, recognition, but he is encouraged to work on the new program. So maybe for our new member, you're wondering, so what should I do? I would strongly recommend that you still go through the Competent Communicator Manual, still go through the Competent Leader, because it's yours. You will not lose the work that you will get, but you will have the opportunity to complete a greater path with 280 competencies. So there's going to be more learning for you to do. You will not lose anything. In fact, I believe for me, you will gain more. Although our director, Chin Chin, has already mentioned, she's more excited by this and she wants to wait for the pathways to roll out before she moves from her current status because she likes how it sounds. But still, you know, let's work with what we have as much as possible.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Rafi, if you're going to get every 2 months, you said we have to do what are your thoughts on?
We'll probably focus on the website, how we log in, and all of those things. But I'm still not sure exactly what that's going to look like.
Like you said, you don't have any.
Yeah, not yet. Not yet. So we'll hold on to those. So with the learning management, will it be user-friendly? Will members with limited technology skills be able to use it? That's why we will be appointing base camp managers so that we can help you to log online, to figure out how it goes. Similar to our officers today, like you can always message us whatever time of day. How do I log in? How do I submit a proxy? How do I do this? We will give you step-by-step help if that's what you need. We will be as your ambassadors, as your base camp managers and mentors available to help out in helping you log into that.
Thank you.
Yes. Right. Okay, so far, are there any questions that we can put in the parking lot or those that I can answer? Yes, sir.
You mentioned that it will be the rollout starts on January 1. What will happen if with the old man? Does it mean that by October 1 I should stop completing the old manual and switch to
No, sir. Actually, what you can do is, you can still work on, because the 2016 is still beta testing, it's only phase 2. So while we are still preparing that, you can actually still work on your manuals because it's until the time that we phase it out will be by 2018. So we still have 2 years. So you can still work on it for the next couple of months.
So basically, you can really ignore the new system if for 2 years.
For 2 years.
Yes, right?
Yes, you can. And finish.
But again, you cannot discover that this is a good program. This is a good program.
It is. And at least now you have 2 paths to choose from. Other questions, Bob? Any other questions? But if ever anything occurs, please text us. We are very glad to serve you. And we are once again so grateful that you guys are President's Distinguished. Congratulations.
So the Pitlex program, just let it be. Just accept it. We'll wait for further enhancement, further informations come October. For now, let's work on the existing manuals. Yes, if most of us are baby boomers, the X-Y generation, who sometimes hate and love technology, love-hate relationship. We'll come to that point. But for the millennials, they love technology because they were born not instantly, during the period of instant coffee, instant noodles. So,
like right now, we need 7 new members. Will that be my new member? What if they get a new manual?
they'll continue because
Will they get a new one or?
No, not yet. The old manuals. Yes. No, we'll still have the old manuals. For the Pitlex, after the rollout, after the beta testing, then we'll receive our new manual. So Toastmasters who's eager to go for DTM must serve the district and be a club sponsor or mentor. That's why Rice and I will have to create a club. So Toastmasters can mentor in Clark. Yes. So there's additional sharing by Toastmaster Rice. But
Just
these
some-
are, that's the Pitlex.
It's just images I found on the internet.
Yes.
Graphics on.
The Pitlex. Anyway, thank you for having us and re-echoing together with Rice and Jen for the club officers training. I do suggest that you need to continue Rice, but Rice will go to Clark for his schooling. So Toastmaster Jen kindly work with the officers, with the president. I already sent all the 7 slides of detailed roles of each officer. Detailed. Then kindly work on your club success plan as a group. Once you complete it, please send it back to me. Let's agree before August 31st or the 3rd week of August.
I guess you should do it before you leave.
So once I receive it, I will have to credit.
Almost done naman.
So you can have the credit of club officers training. I'd like to see a complete club success plan. Since you were not able to attend Cargill, so you're here. So that's the reward. Yeah, reward, because I gave you the 7 slides, which I did not give to the others. Thank you.
Thank you also.
We can go on to the regular Toastmasters meeting. I'm sorry.
My suggestion is, I guess, on your perhaps you can start, then try to present it, and the officers can, or the membership can just add or modify it. But just facilitate, at least we will have something to work on rather than start from the zero.
Only a few na lang.
Yeah.
you know.
Almost done, sir. If you would accept it like this, it's okay.
Yeah.
Let the officer sign because
Yeah,
the
that's
signature part at the back. By the way, for
How many
to add to the
officers?
comment of Toastmaster Rice, since he's a new member, we all passed through that experience that we just had to read everything
Sit there, open our
and
mouth
surprise
and say,
with the
"Wow."
roles. I suggest you gather the members or one of your meetings to have a 15 to 20-minute orientation for the education, especially for those who are working on their CL and their advanced leadership roles if they were officers before. So it would be great. And that's one way of also enhancing membership.
At least you want Jane to do like that. Then throw us somewhere else.
Okay, Toastmaster Rice, take it away.
Woo. How many officers should sign?
All. If the
Just little tidbits of information I found on the internet.
EJ really cannot sign because he's on a classified mission with the staff.
Okay, I suggest then if CAA is not around since Rice has attended, could you probably switch position?
Rice to be
SAA and SAF will be assistant SAA.
If he says yes,
No, he doesn't. He could act on behalf of the Sergeant of Arms.
You must have to update the